Alright guys, so before we start doing any work and start disassembling everything, the first thing we have to do is remove the airbag. And on the side right here you have these little holes, and you can insert preferably if it's a screwdriver, small one, and we're gonna screw it in until we see these I don't know if you can see this clip right there. We're gonna push it in like this, so that way it releases the locks from the airbag. As you can see, it has those locks right there. So you just work the way until you get one side, and it's better if you do it with one hand here and the other pulling the airbag like this. So once you see a little gap between this, then you're gonna know it released the lock, and then you can go and do the same thing on the other side. Alright, and also to remove the steering wheel, you have to remove this nut right here. This is a 21 or 13/16. We're gonna remove that one, and to remove the steering wheel, you just pull it towards you really hard, but don't remove the nut. And if it's really hard, then you're gonna need a tool, special tool to release it, but usually it gets loose by doing just this, pulling it. Alright, and as you can see, I already removed the steering wheel, but you don't necessarily have to remove all this. I'm just removing it because I'm gonna replace this thing later. So we are going to remove the steering angle sensor, which is located right there. That's the connector, as you can see, it's that one. And the first thing we have to do is remove this bracket. We're gonna use a 10mm ratchet to remove it, so I'll remove it, and then we're gonna remove this thing right here. This is the air duct, and we're gonna remove that one as well. Also, we're gonna have to remove the 50mm nuts that hold the whole assembly for the steering wheel. So I'm gonna take off first, and then I'm gonna show you step by step. Alright, as you can see, I already removed the bracket, and the next step is to remove this air duct. So to do that, you have to unsnap this little rivet. It's a plastic one, so you just snap it like that, and then you pull the duct like that way to the left and then down, and it's gonna come out easy. So I'll show you in a little bit. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to remove that one now, and to do this, we're gonna use this little prying tool. See if I can do it slowly, because these things are hard sometimes to remove, and I don't want to break it. Okay, there we go. Slowly. Just go back a little bit, and I'll get this one. So as you can see, it's already out, so you just lower it and then pull it down, and it goes like that. Really simple. Alright, so the next step is to unplug the sensor, and just you gotta push the tab and pull it towards you, and it comes really easy. Okay, so next step is we have to put this away, make some room. And next step, we're gonna loosen these nuts right here, these locks, so we can lower down the steering column. And by the way, this is the part you want to get. This is the part number, and it looks like this. So it comes with this spring pre-installed, so don't remove it. until you install it in the vehicle, because that's the guide for it. So once installed, you can take it off, and I will show you when I install it how we're gonna take it off. Alright, so for this we're gonna use the socket 15, which is gonna be like this. That's the number 15, and we're gonna loosen all of them, and then you're gonna see the whole thing go down. That way we can access the sensor back there. Right, so let me just put this right here. Hopefully I can make a good angle for it. Alright, begin. As you can see, the whole thing is already loose. I can move it, so I'm gonna take off the last one, and you're gonna see how everything's gonna drop down. Alright, as you can see, we have the column already down, so I'm gonna get underneath so I can show you how it looks under. Let me just remove all this from this carpet, and also don't lose this, because they go, as you can see, they go right there, they go up here. So make sure you don't lose them, you don't just get them, and don't forget to put them at the end, because these are little washers that go on the back, so it can be aligned perfectly. Alright, so let me just go ahead and clear these. Let me get under this thing. So as you can see, here is the sensor. It's right behind this cover. So what we have to do next is remove this bracket right here. It's gonna be I believe 14 millimeter or 15 as well. And actually that was the first step before even dropping the column. So I'm gonna take off, so I'm gonna remove that bolt, and then you have to remove the whole thing up. Alright, let me just go. Okay, to remove that, you're gonna use 15 right here. You're gonna use this 15, and the other one is 13. So once you remove that, you just remove the whole thing. Just remove it like this. Then this bolt goes like this. And now that this is loose, now it's time to pull it. We're gonna pull it towards us. That way we can remove it from the guide, right? And also, this is really difficult to film right here because it's really tight, and we have to remove this cover first. Right here with this tab, it has a tab on the side, so we just remove those. They're not really that hard to remove. It just takes a little bit of force, but once I take it off, it has a little dirt. Once I remove, I'm gonna show you how to remove it. Alright guys, so I'm gonna remove the whole thing because it's a little bit difficult to get behind that thing. So I just removed this thing. It goes behind the the shifter, and it just pops right in. You don't have to use a lot of force. Just get something like this, and then you're just gonna go like this from this side, and it just pops right out. And it has a little secure thing right here, like this. You just pull it out like that, and it goes really smooth. And then it has these tabs on the side. You can use pliers and do this, so that way you can go like, you can release the whole thing. So I'm just gonna remove the whole thing, and I'll show you outside how I'm gonna replace the sensor. Also, don't forget to remove all the connectors around this thing, because it's gonna be difficult if you don't remove them. So there are not too many, and they're really simple to remove. So we have the column right here, and we're gonna remove this bolt
From the Sierra GMC.
from the GMC Sierra. We're gonna remove this cover because the sensor it's right here, and it's gonna be hard to remove it because of this. So as we can see, I already removed that thing. It goes on top, and then this thing goes like this. It just clips. We have to remove this, and then that, and then the sensor. To pull it out, we have to do this that way, so it can go out. And make sure this thing doesn't turn a lot, because it's gonna be weird. So just pull this until we remove it, like that. And then we're gonna apply some grease right here inside too. Make sure it doesn't spin a lot. So we're gonna apply some grease, a little bit all around it. And then we're gonna install the new sensors. So this sensor is gonna go like this, facing that way, and we're gonna remove this at the end. So this one goes like this, like that. Just push it in. It's gonna go slowly. Gonna go slowly in there. Then we're gonna align it with the lower shaft. Once inside, you can remove this. There we go. And then just put the cover back in and snap it, and that's it. Now time to put the cover back like this, and we put the bolts back. Alright, so once we have everything ready as it came out, now it's time to put it back to the truck, this whole thing. And also there's a hidden connector for the clock spring. Make sure you disconnect this one, because you cannot disconnect it from the other side. Alright, so the next step is to install this back pulley back in there, and this one goes just under. And first we have to align it with the tab down there. And as you can see, there's the tab, and since we didn't move this, it should match when you put it in, when you slide it in right there. Alright, so I'm gonna try my best and put it in angle. As you can see, I already installed it. I just pre-installed it, and before doing anything else, make sure to put this one first. Alright, so It's time to remove the little thing that this thing came. That one, just connect that back into there. Connects really nice. And then I'm gonna put this end again to its place. It has this thing, really cool. It just slides in, and then we have to put the securing pin like this. There we go. And next we install this. It just snaps in like this. There we go. And also don't forget to put the this connector. It goes behind this. It goes over, and then it's gonna go like this. It's gonna connect with the solenoid right here. There we go. Alright, if you don't put that, then you're not gonna be able to shift, because you have to press the brake and then shift it. Alright, so now we just put the bolts back in that. And before we tighten everything, I'm just gonna connect the battery. I'm gonna make sure everything looks fine. So make sure this thing doesn't turn as well. So it's been steady all the way, all the time. And just don't forget to connect all these cables, because they're important. Connect that one, and then the main one for the anti-theft. And this one doesn't matter really right now, because you don't have the airbag. So we're gonna just leave it like that. And I'm gonna install this, and then I'm gonna bring the scanner, and I'll show you how it's supposed to look like. Alright guys, so I already put the battery in. I reconnected it, and you don't really have to install connect this. I always do this before assembling everything back. I'm gonna check and make sure the sensor is in the right position. So for that, I'm gonna read the data on the ABS module. I'm gonna show you what's the value it has to be. It should be on the 0 degrees all the time, and just gonna demonstrate when you're turning the wheel what the module sees when you're turning it. Alright, so just give it a sec until this loads. Well, so once we're here, we go to diagnostics. It can be on any scanner, and then next I'm gonna select electronic brake module, and I'm gonna go to drive data, vehicle stability, because we want to read the steering sensor. So let's go do things faster right here. Steering, okay, and we see here it's on 14 degrees, so that means it's pretty straight right now. So if I just put the wheel like this and I turn it a little bit, we're gonna see it moving. Right, see? So probably just needs some alignment, but that's the value we should see all the time, right there, when the wheels are straight, everything's straight. Before, when the car came, the truck, I had 360 degrees, which is insane. So that means the wheel, it was like turned all the way, but that's the value you should see. And these were the codes that I was getting. As you can see, I didn't erase them, they remained in the module. So these are the codes that I had. it had the steering position signal and steering position sensor circuit, so there was definitely a problem in there, but we changed that and it fixed the problem already. So now that we have, what we have to do is just assemble everything back and take it to the customer. Alright, I hope you like this video. And just to install everything, you have to do the in reverse order. It's not too hard to install everything. Also, for the nut here on the steering wheel, you're gonna use a 21, and it's really simple. You just loosen this and then you grab the wheel and pull it towards you, and it's gonna come out really easy. Just make sure you put the nut here and not remove it all the way, because if you pull it, you're gonna hurt yourself with a lot of force. Alright, so this will be pretty much it, guys. I hope you liked the video, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe, hit the like button, and I will see you on the next episode. Bye.